Well, hello, Globies. It's been more than a minute since I've done a cooking show, but I have so many people asking me, including Graham, on my Saturday lives, the Glow Crew. So you know what? I thought Labor Day's coming up. Let me do actually the best baked beans you ever want to taste. Now, this is not my recipe. I have to give credit to where credit is due, and that is Mama Ray Ray. Holy moly, that woman can cook. You know how your grandma used to cook, or your mom? She's one of those kind of cooks, and she uses just regular stuff that's in your kitchen. And when I try these baked beans recipe, oh my goodness, in every place I've brought them, they have been a huge hit. So let me go ahead and get started. But first, before I do this, this video is being sponsored by one of my Globies, Camping Katie. So go over and check out Camping Katie. She is doing something so cool. She is working and saving up money so she can buy a homestead. That's right. She's saving up so she doesn't have to go in debt. But go over and check out Camping Katie. But meanwhile, let's get started, and I'm going to tell you what the ingredients are. So you're going to need, I'm doing a small portion, but in Mama Ray Ray's, she did a whole pound of ground beef. I'm doing maybe about a half pound because I'm not doing a huge portion size, but I will include all the ingredients in her portions, Mama Ray Ray's portions, in my description. But ground beef, you're going to need some beef sausage. This is already cooked. You're going to need Bush's baked beans. She had the home style. You can do the honey. I just got these because they were at Costco. You're going to need brown sugar, onion, bell pepper, barbecue sauce. I love Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness. A little bit of molasses, garlic powder, mustard, and this I think is probably the secret ingredient, apple cider vinegar. A little bit of ketchup, and then you can season your meat however you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this meat going, and after some of the grease comes out of it, a little bit of the oil, then I'll add the chopped onions so they can saute, bell pepper. I don't even remember if she put bell pepper or not, but I like bell pepper. So I'll put some bell pepper in there. I'll season it up a little bit. I'll add a little bit of soul food seasoning. You can add a little bit of this Creole seasoning, Tony sees, and let's get going. Let's get this started. Okay, get this started, and I'll be back when this is a little more done. I'm not putting the sausage in right now because it's already cooked. So I'll be back in a few minutes and show you. Oh, I guarantee you, you will never make baked beans any other way. But let me add one other thing. If you want to do it vegan, you don't have to add the meat. All of these special ingredients add the seasoning and flavor without adding any meat. Or if you want to do it kind of on the even more on the cheap, you can just get some regular beans. You don't even have to have baked beans. You can get some beans, any kind of beans you want, and just soak them. You know, a bag of beans is what, $1? Soak them overnight, and then, you know, add your seasoning, add maybe a little more molasses, a little more ketchup, and a little more brown sugar, you know, and barbecue sauce. But anyhow, those are just some tips. You do it your way. I'm just showing you how Mama Ray Ray does it in the kitchen. All right, be back shortly after this is cooking a little bit. Well, as you see, we're back. I've got the meat in here. You can see I've got the bell peppers sauteed, the onions sauteed. Now, Mama Ray Ray, she mixes the beans with all of the other ingredients. I'm just going to do it in this pot because I don't want to dirty up a bowl, and you know, that's just the way I'm going to do it. You do it however you want. I drain off a little bit of the juice. I don't drain it all because I don't want it dry, but I don't want it quite that wet. So I'm going to add these in here. Add the beans, and like I said, I'm not doing a big batch like she does, so, but I'll have all the ingredients the way she does it on my description for this video. So I'm just going to mix this up in here, all the meat and the bell peppers and onions. And oh, I didn't tell you, you do need to add pepper. Pepper is really, I think, really an important ingredient for this. So I've got this going. And you know, be mindful of the salt because the sausage has salt in it. So you can always add salt later, but you can't take it out. So here we go here. I'm going to heat this up and then I'm going to add sugar, brown sugar. She has 1/4 cup. I'm not going to quite put that much, but then you know, you always come back and you taste it as you go. So I'm going to put a little bit. Then she's got about a teaspoon or so of molasses. I'm going to, let me get my spoon over here. I'm going to add my molasses. And I kind of like to do it like this. Here we go. And you can always add more molasses. I don't want to overdo the molasses because molasses have a very, very strong taste. Then I'm going to add my apple cider vinegar. And I think, like I said, I think this is what really, she said about a teaspoon. So even though I'm doing less, I'm going to do a little more because I like vinegar. And then about a teaspoon or so of mustard, but I added a little more. And she adds about, what was it? Oops, I didn't open this. She adds about a 1/4 cup of Baby Ray's or whatever barbecue sauce. Again, the one I like is Baby Ray's, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm just kind of doing it by, you know, by my eye. And then I'm going to add a little squirt of ketchup. Squirt of ketchup. There we go. Now I'm going to mix this all in here. Good. Get it all mixed good. And then I'm going to sample it. Because what I'm going to do, now you don't have to bake these. You can just leave them simmering on top of your stove. You don't have to bake them. But I'm going to put these in my Omnia baker and let them bake on top of the stove. I would say for about maybe 30 minutes on low to medium. But check because you don't want it to burn. And also in the Omnia cooker, you really do need to have a silicone liner in there that you can get that comes as part of the kit. Okay, I think that's good, and I'm going to come back and sample this and see if I need to add anything else to it. I'll be right back. Well, hello. I've got it all in the pot in my Omni cooker. There's a reason, and I'm going to let Enoch show you. There's a reason I didn't show you me pouring it in there, because I knew it was going to splash all over. Do you see all these splashes all over me? So I decided, you know what? I told Enoch, cut. Let's just go to once it's in here, so I'm not showing it splattering. But here it is, and it is beautiful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this bake in my Omnia oven for about, it'll go for usually about 30 minutes. I'm not going to do it quite that long today, but I'll bake it a little longer afterwards, just to give you an idea what it'll look like. And Enoch sampled it. It's got the Enoch approval, so I know it's good to go. I did add a little bit more mustard and a little bit more vinegar because I just like that little tanginess. So once it's kind of simmered there for a minute, I'm going to sample it, and then we're good to go. We're having a massive heat experience, or heat, and we've got heat warnings, and that really impacts you if you're living in a vehicle. So I have some ideas that I think are going to be some safety tips for people living in a vehicle with this kind of mass heat wave that's coming along. And we're getting more and more of these across the country with all this climate change, floods, fires, you name it. So stay tuned and be checking the channel, because I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to have 5 things that I think are really going to be helpful to your safety if you're living in a van when it's just extreme heat. But meanwhile, I'll be back in a minute and we'll do the taste test, my favorite part. So stay tuned. Alrighty. Ooh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at these beans and oh my goodness, and all the sausage, ground beef, onions, bell pepper. Oh my goodness. This is my cooking spoon, but I'm not going to use it anymore, so I'm going to use it to sample this. Oh, let's see. Let's see if it's as good as I remember. Mm-hmm. These beans make you want to holler. They're that good. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, Mama Ray Ray knows how to cook some beans. Thank you, Mama Ray Ray, for this recipe. The vinegar and the mustard combined, I don't know what it is, but it's just perfection. And thank you, Camping Katie, for sponsoring this video. Go over and check out Camping Katie, and please go over and check out Mama Ray Ray in the kitchen. You will be glad you did. I am going to be bringing some more cooking videos, and eventually I'm going to also do a tour of my remodeled van. So lots of stuff coming up, but thank you for helping me to get to 50K. And we're going to be doing a big old celebration on my next live. So from my heart to yours, does that look like a heart? Sorry, got all my my baked beans, I'm wearing them. Thank you. May your journeys be filled with joy and blessings. Until next time, I'm going to say something someone said on my last live. We're going to keep glowing and flowing. See you later. Bye-bye.